आज हम आपसे डिस्कस करेंगे इम्प्यूरिटी प्रोफाइलिंग। आज जो कंटेंट है उस सिलेबस में आपसे स्क्रीन पर साझा कर रहा हूँ। इम्प्यूरिटी, क्लासिफिकेशन ऑफ इम्प्यूरिटी, inorganic, organic and residual solvent impurity, ICH guidelines about impurity, characterization methods for impurity, limits for impurity and its application. What is impurity? Generally, the impurity, the unwanted chemicals that may influence the efficiency and safety of the pharmaceutical product are called impurity. Impurity is nothing just other than drug substances. Purity of API depends on several factors like raw materials and their method of manufacture, types of crystallization, route of synthesis, and purification process. What is impurity profile? Impurity profile is description of identified and unidentified impurity present in a typical batch of API produced by a specific controlled production process. Generally, it contains identification of impurity, structure, elucidation, quantitative determination, and degradation product. Why we need impurity profiling? Generally, it is essential to know structure of impurity. So, by processing the information, synthetic organic chemists are often able to change the reaction condition in such a way to avoid impurity generation. Impurity is standard for development as part of the quality control testing. It can be subjected to toxicological studies. Regulatory guidelines on impurity in an API. According to ICH guidelines Q1A, this is the guidelines for stability testing of new drug substances and products. ICH guidelines Q3A, it indicates impurity in new drug substances. Guidelines Q3B, it tells us about impurity in new drug products, and last Q3C, it is a guidelines for residual solvents. Common terms used in impurity profiling. Intermediate. Intermediate produced during the synthesis of API. Penultimate intermediate. It is if consider our API has n step, so n-1 stage product our intermediate is called penultimate intermediate. Byproduct. What is byproduct? Byproduct is produced due to side reaction of overreaction, demonization and rearrangement reaction, and unwanted reaction between starting material, intermediate with chemical reagent and catalyst. Degradation product. What is degradation product? It is formed by the decomposition of API by effect of external factors like heat, light, and moisture. Classification of impurity. Impurity, according to ICH guidelines, impurities are classified in three categories: organic impurity, inorganic impurity, and residual solvent impurity. Organic impurity arises during manufacturing process or storage of drug substances. The subcategory of organic impurity are starting material or intermediate. Intermediate is generated during multi-step reaction. Byproduct arises due to side reaction, and degradation product. Degradation product arises due to hydrolysis, oxidative degradation, decarboxylation, and photolytic cleavage. Inorganic impurity from manufacturing process. Uh, the subcategory of inorganic impurity are reagent, ligands, and catalyst. Rare chances of this impurity arises because we can use purification method. Heavy metals impurity. Heavy metals impurity of inorganic impurity, generally used generally arises due to the heavy metals cadmium, lead, palladium, etc. And third category of inorganic impurity filter ads. Generally we use charcoal, high flow and saline. These are the category of filter ads inorganic impurity. Residual impurity. What is residual impurity? Residual impurity is very difficult to remove solvent completely by workup process. Generally toxic solvents should be avoided. And the impurity can be identified predominantly by reference standard method, spectroscopy method, separation and isolation method, characterization method like NMR, mass spectrometry, liquid LCMS, liquid chromatography, mass spectrometry, and GCMS. Limits of impurity. According to ICH guidelines on impurities in new drug product, identification of impurity below 0.1% level.